Oh, absolutely. I mean, our country is a melting pot, and we get down on ourselves a lot for being too racist or too this or too that. But when you visit other countries, you realize that we actually have plugged in some really bad history, no question about it. We can't hide that, but we have some really good history too.
Amazing, and in a vibrant economy that's the impact of immigrants. Look at Tesla, look at Google, look at eBay.
Right.
Started by immigrants, right? So yes, it's powerful.
Yep. And capitalism, it's a bad term, I know. But let's use the term free market.
Yeah.
Describe what you think a free market does. I
think a free market is the beauty of bringing together all these views and all these opinions. It's very similar to democracy, but instead of one person, one vote, it's $1, one vote. And it really is the huge clearinghouse of information that gets captured in this thing that we call the price. And in that price is where supply meets demand, where a willing buyer and a willing seller meet. And that's the beauty. And it really helps to determine where resources should be going in our economy. It helps to meet consumers who have demand, and it helps to meet the needs of businesses who have the supply. And it's magical.
Let's jump into that. How does the free market serve employees? That's a stakeholder. Now we've got a free market setting the price. How does that serve employees best?
Well, the beauty of a free market for employees is that, as the saying goes, is that human capital goes where it's welcome and it stays where it's well treated. And you can go out into the marketplace and you can bring your skill sets and you can be paid for that handsomely. And if you invest in yourself and train yourself and have some certain skills, then you'll get paid really nicely.
Now, I think of the example where the free market was removed. Major auto companies in Detroit at one point, where labor had so agitated the boardroom that they said, you know what, keep those people, let them stay employed, put them under contract, but we don't need their work anymore. And so they just kept paying them to sit around and play cards or whatever. And there were the payroll at General Motors was outrageous. And what did that lead to?
It led to the bankruptcy of the company.
Yeah.
And then layoffs, and so highly problematic.
So the idea is the free market sets it, and there's some government to prevent. You don't want any exploitation and slave labor and all that. You have to prevent that.
Yeah, you have to have agency where someone can willingly bring their services to the market, and yes. Absolutely.
So how does the free market then benefit, let's say, underserved communities? Let's say you've got communities that have historically not had the same opportunities, they don't get the same education, they may not be able to engage. How can the free market help them?
The free market can help those communities by allowing people to get jobs and then to start businesses in those communities and not necessarily having the crony capitalism that prevents that, and for them to be entrepreneurs. And we're seeing that in so many of these communities these days. And so to create wealth, to own homes, these sort of things. So that's extremely powerful, and with that goes all the benefits for the families, for the communities, for the individuals.
Yeah. Well, I'm worried that we're going to create 10 problems by solving one, focusing just, using your analogy from earlier, we're going to be the #1 rebounding team in the country, and never practicing shooting, never scoring baskets at all, or never playing defense. I'm worried that we'll create 10 new problems by solving one and focusing on that. A top-down government-mandated approach, has it worked in history?
No.
What about Soviet Union?
No.
Maoist China?
No.
Venezuela?
No.